Hey everybody, it's Nicole from Cause We Love to Scrap, and today I am making a project for Paige Taylor Evans. I'm using a cut file and her legendary collection. This is the page that I'm going to be creating, and the first thing that I did was I cut this cut file. It is called the Floral Pumpkin Cut File, and it was in one of her recent newsletters. If you don't get her newsletters, you definitely should sign up. I will have a link down below for you. She gives a free cut file in every single newsletter. But the catch is that sometimes she doesn't put them up for sale. So they're kind of like exclusive. So you definitely want to be a subscriber to grab these free cut files. So I cut it with this teal colored paper from the Legendary Collection, and you can see there I scraped it off of my mat, and here it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the background with some shimmers colors. I'm going to use, of course, orange behind the pumpkin part and a green behind the little stem. And you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and mark where the pumpkin is basically going to sit. So I can not really get it anywhere else on the page. I hope that makes sense. So here we go. I'm going to add some water down just to start with. Make sure to get that all moving around. I went ahead and sprayed in the middle as well, and I forgot that I needed to add water to these little pots because they are not shimmers. Shimmers has water in it, and then I think this is a creamy, I think they're both creamies, I'm not sure. The same for the green, it is also, I believe it's a creamies as well. Anywho, this is, I'm still, what am I trying to say here? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to add some of this other orange color to the page in just some different areas. This one's actually called Daffodil. It's not an orange, and it's not a yellow, so it's kind of like an orange yellow or yellow orange. And then the next one is called, I forget. I forget what it's called. But it is just adding some more of that orange. Oh, it's Can't Elope. And it's like a pale orange color. And you can see that I'm adding some splatters as well, just to make sure that it looks nice and fun. I had to grab all of this water up from where the green's going to go because I want lots of that green up here. And then, of course, the orange just invades the area, but it's okay. And then I decide I need some more of a different green, so I'm going to bring in, I believe this one is Keep Palm. And there we go. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. Actually, you know what? Actually, in this one, I didn't show it, but I do use my heat tool to set it, and that's because I was pressed for time on this. So there was still just a few wet drops, so I just went over with my paper towels to dry up anything that was not dry yet. So I went ahead and glued this down. I just glued the center of the pumpkin, and then I put it down, and then you can see that it kind of pops up in different areas, and I like that. There's some little pieces of paper still stuck there, so I was trying to get that away. Here's the picture of me and my friend. We were at a fall market, and I was so thankful that I got to go to that little fall market with her and explore. So I'm kind of going through the embellishments to see what I want to add to the page. I think that I'm going to add one of these well, one of these medallions and one of those numbers from the other page. I thought about adding a 2, but it just wasn't in the right color, so I decided not to add that. So here I have, what do I got? Oh, okay, I got the 6x8 pad. I'm gonna go ahead and add a mat to my photo. This is like an orange colored background. So I'm gonna cut that to, I believe, 4 1/4. And then I'm gonna rip the bottom off to make just some interest there, some added interest. I did go ahead and I distressed it off camera and then put it down with some foam dots on top of that beautiful orange paper. Now I'm starting to look for little pieces that I want to use. I am going to use these chipboard stickers. I'm just going through them again to see what I could actually add. And then in here, there was some blue and orange pieces that I could use for layering. So I'm going to use those. I think that I saw something in the puffy stickers that I wanted to use. So we'll see what that is about in a second. At first I thought about adding these all here, but then I decided I'm gonna add a little cluster to the upper right of the pumpkin. So I'm going to start it with that blue, what is it called? Oh, I moved it already. Yep, so I'm gonna move that up there. I'm gonna put some of it behind the pumpkin just like that. And then I'm going to move that orange scallop piece over there as well, because it kind of just blends in right where it was. So, yep, that's what I'm going to do there. And here is my title. I forgot what it says. Something about the story. I add some of these stars. But I didn't like how the one in the middle kind of just disappears. I also have this little arrow that I'm like, where am I going to put this? So I decided to put it right there. It doesn't point to anything, but I thought it was cute. And then I have this little wordy bit that I'm going to put under the photo. So I do mess around with these embellishments a bit because, like I said, these stars are bothering me. And I did want to add, this is what I do right here. I mess around with some more stuff by the title, but I decide inevitably to go with a geo marker and a star, and that's where I'm going to put them. So here we go. I'm going to, I did put everything down, glued and taped, and I'm going to add my journaling here. And now I'm going to add some big brown buttons. There's no brown in her collection, but I thought it would be nice because it's an autumn or fall page, and brown is definitely a fall color. So I just went ahead and add those for those big pops of color. And now I'm adding some sequins. I go off camera and I glue all those down, and then that is everything. So I will have some links down below to the products for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to have you come back and join me on my crafty story. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.